Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a really powerful investment philosophy, one that has stood the test of time. It's called value investing. We're going to break down how some of the world's most successful investors actually think, and believe it or not, it all starts with a super simple idea.
So let me just ask you this. What if you could buy stocks the same way you buy groceries? I know, it sounds way too simple, right? But just stick with me here, because that one little shift in your mindset, well, that's the key to everything we're about to talk about.
I mean, think about it. That's what smart shopping really is, isn't it? You know the high-quality products, the brands you really trust, and you wait for a good sale before you pull out your wallet. That simple, powerful logic? Yep, that is the entire foundation of value investing.
And look, this isn't just some cute analogy. It is a real, disciplined strategy that some of the most successful investors on the planet live by. You could even call it investing's golden rule.
And that golden rule? It's all built on one core idea. It's a concept that once you really get it, I promise, it'll change how you see the market forever. And it's this: the price of something is not the same thing as its value.
So what does that actually mean? Well, value investing is a strategy that's all about finding fantastic companies, the ones with a strong foundation that are built to last, and then buying their stock only when it's selling for less than it's really worth.
And this right here shows that difference perfectly. On one side, you've got the market price. It's all over the place, right? It's driven by emotion, by short-term news, by all the hype. But then on the other side, you have the company's true value. That's the reality. It's rooted in the long-term fundamentals, things like profits, debt, and how the business is actually run.
And here's the secret sauce. The market always overreacts. It gets way too excited about good news and way too pessimistic about bad news. And that creates a gap between the chaotic price and the steady, true value. For a value investor, that gap isn't a problem. It's the opportunity.
So how do you actually spot those opportunities? What does a value investor really do? Well, let me tell you, it's not about staring at blinking charts all day or making frantic trades. The playbook is actually a lot simpler than you'd probably guess.
And honestly, this quote just says it all. If you know the true value of a stock, then you can save lots of money if you can buy that stock on sale. At the end of the day, it's really that straightforward.
So this way of thinking breaks down into a simple three-step process. First, you've got to know the true value. That means you do your homework on the company. Second, you ignore all the daily noise. You just have to tune out the drama. And third, you buy when it's on sale. You just wait patiently for the price to drop below that true value, and that's when you make your move.
Okay, and this brings us to the final, and you could argue, the most important piece of this whole puzzle. This strategy isn't just about what you do, it's about how you think. It's a mindset that is all about playing the long game.
And let's be absolutely clear about this. So many people think that successful investing means you have to time the market, perfectly predict every single up and down. Value investing, it completely rejects that whole idea. Instead, the entire focus gets flipped on its head. It's not about timing the market, it's about time in the market. See the difference? The whole goal is to buy a wonderful business at a fair price, and then just have the patience to let its real value shine through over years, not just days or weeks. So, that really leaves us with one final question for you to think about. When you look at your own approach, which game are you actually playing? Are you investing for the next headline, or are you investing for the next decade? Your answer to that one question changes absolutely everything.